want to remove your abundance blocks for money. That's right. So that when you remove your abundance blocks for money, then you can earn the wealth, financial freedom, financial abundance that you want, have the right relationships, also have good health. Hi, I'm Jojo Apollo, Asia's Revenue Breakthrough Leader, and your business mentor to make your family thrive and your business thrive too. So let me ask you that question again. Do you want to remove your abundance blocks for money? I'm going to talk about two things. First, we're going to go over a checklist of 24 abundance blocks so that you can identify your own abundance blocks. And then second, I'm going to teach you a simple NLP technique, neuro-linguistic programming technique, that will help you remove your abundance blocks. Do you like that? Let's go get on with it. Okay? So let's talk about the 24 abundance blocks. And as I mentioned, these abundance blocks, take note of what you think is your own abundance blocks. Okay? So number one, fear of rejection. And because of that, you don't want to be rejected, you don't want to sell. So that's an abundance block. How about this? Second, you have doubts and fears for the future, anxieties for your income, of opening a business. Your doubts and fears is also an abundance block that limits you from opening your business. How about this? Fear of change. Perhaps you're an employee and then going into business is something difficult. You have a regular paycheck, now no more. The fear of change is another abundance block. How about this? Money zapping decisions. So you have decisions that you make that somehow you lose a lot of money. Okay, that's one. Or what else? Somehow when you decide, you spend a lot of money on things that are not necessary. Is that an abundance block for you? Fear of growth. You don't want to expand. You don't want to go out of your comfort zone. That's fear of growth. Okay? Fear of success is also another abundance block. Because perhaps you think that when you get rich, then many people will come to you for help, asking for you for money, or you need to change your set of friends. That is also another abundance block. Number 7, you have a habit of resistance. You just resist. You don't want to expand. You don't want to do new things. Okay? Is that an abundance block for you? How about this? Number 8, fear of numbers. You don't want anything to do with finances. When it comes to finances, you just delegate that. I don't want to talk about it. Money matters is not your thing. That is an abundance block. Perhaps you're indecisive. Number 9, okay? You're indecisive, you dilly-dally, you have analysis paralysis, you don't decide, and so that's another abundance block. Number 10, you have this feeling of just being stuck. It's like you cannot move and get out from where you are right now, and you're so scared to just do something new. That's also another abundance blocks. How about this? Perhaps, number 11, you have certain values and beliefs that limit you, especially values. Okay, perhaps there are values that you should change. Okay, that is also another abundance block. Okay, how about this? Number 12, you're not clear of your future. It's like a dim event in your life. And you just cannot think about what kind of future you have. That's an abundance block because it limits your passion to do things. Number 13, perhaps you have a lot of clutter in your life. There are just too many things going on right now. You have this project, this activity, and then too many things that is pulling you in all directions. Too much clutter, lack of focus and too much clutter is another abundance block. How about this? Number 14, clearing family blocks. Perhaps there are certain beliefs, modeling that you got from your parents, that you cannot get rich, that money is the root of all evil. So these things, beliefs that may have been encoded to you by your family is another abundance block. Number 15, clearing blame. Maybe you're blaming someone for your situation right now, blaming them for the work that you have, blaming them for the amount of money you have, blaming them for the education that you got. So it's just like you're blaming others for your situation right now. That's another abundance block. Okay? Number 16, okay? You haven't discovered who is the ultimate you, your authentic self. Who are you? Do you know your passion, and all? This is again another abundance block. Number 17, okay? Generating your future self. Okay? So it's like, can you imagine yourself 5 years from now? Or what are the capabilities that you need to improve on in order to achieve the goals that you want? So the ability to generate your future self is also another abundance block if you're not able to do that. Okay? How about this? Turning blocks into profit. So in business, sometimes there will be walls that you need to go over, go under, go to the side, or just go through. Okay? Perhaps there are certain blocks in business that you have that is preventing you from getting the profit that you want. That's another abundance block. Number 19, maybe you have some self-sabotage. Okay? Like you get angry all the time, or you procrastinate, or you're unforgiving, okay? Or you're so sensitive, you cannot be criticized and all. Perhaps that's another abundance block that you have, okay? How about this, number 20, and this is crucial, your lack of self-worth. You just tell yourself, I'm not worthy to be wealthy. And because you feel that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, then you don't think you can get the amount of money that you want, okay? Then number 21 is perhaps you're just in a financial mess. You have so many debts left and right. All your credit cards are full. You're doing like credit card kiting. Okay, so every credit card is full. This credit card pays this pays this. Okay, you're in a financial mess. That is an abundance block. Okay, how about this? You have financial illusions. Maybe you heard of affirmations. You say, I will be rich, I will be rich, I will be rich. Okay? And then you expect money to just come down to you. That's a financial illusion. It doesn't work that way. That's also another abundance block. Maybe you have the fear of scarcity. And so if someone will get the job, then you lose. If someone becomes wealthy, then you lose. So that's the scarcity mentality. If someone gains, then you lose. Okay? You don't think that there is enough for everyone. Okay? And finally, number 24, perhaps you just block the welcoming of abundance in your life. You just block it off. It's right in front of you. You just need to get it, and you just don't get it. Okay? Because you block the abundance right in front of you. Okay? So those were the 24 abundance blocks that can, as I said, limit you in terms of you gaining the wealth that you want. Okay? Now second part of this is now I'm gonna teach you, okay, a powerful NLP, neuro-linguistic programming technique that will help you to clear up, to remove that abundance block. Do you like that? Okay? So there are like four simple steps in this process. Let me tell you the steps first, all of them, and then we will go through it one by one. Step 1 is anchoring the block. That's step 1. Step 2 is anchoring positive experiences or positive or wonderful memories. That's step 2. Step 3 is learning from the past. That's step 3. And step 4 is applying what you've learned from the past to the future. Okay? Those are the 4 steps that you will be using. Now, listen to this. Okay? So, let's start first with the first step, anchoring the block. Okay? So think about one abundance block that you resonated with most when we were talking about the 24 abundance blocks. Are you thinking of one now? Okay, good. Now I'd like you to really think about it. imagine yourself re-experiencing an event in your life where you were experiencing that abundance block. For example, you have an abundance block of self-sabotage, okay? And that comes to mind a person who I just helped recently, okay? And his self-sabotage is this. He has an addiction to gambling, okay? So, if you have that as a self-sabotage, whatever is your abundance block, think about it now, okay? And really see it again, hear it again, and feel those abundance blocks that is happening in your life. Are you doing that? Now, clench your left fist. Yeah? Clench your left fist. Okay? And then open it. Okay? Now, what did that do? That did an anchoring of that negative feeling to the action of clenching your left fist. Okay? So, that's what you did. Okay? Now, second, okay? So, I'd like you to take a deep breath first. Okay, good. Now, our second step is this, to anchor positive experiences. Okay? Now, before we anchor positive experiences, let me tell you why you need to anchor positive experience. Remember, we anchored the negative experience on the left fist, right? Now, I'm going to ask you to anchor the positive experience on the right fist. Okay? Why do we do that first? It's like this. You are going to be learning from the past, from painful, maybe, experiences. Maybe that there's a betrayal that happened to your life, there's a hurt, there's a trauma, there is a guilt that you experienced in the past. Okay? And these are really the sources of your abundance blocks. Okay? And I know that we don't want to go back there, right? You don't want to go back to those painful memories, those hurtful events, okay? Those betrayals, those mending of a broken heart. You don't want to go back there, right? Of course, right? And so that we will be able to go back there, we would need a positive resource. Now, the anchoring of positive experiences will now be a positive resource that you will use when you are learning in the past. That's why I want you to anchor positive experiences. So, now how do we anchor positive experiences? It's very simple, my dear friends. Okay? Okay? Just follow the steps right now. I'd like you to think of a wonderful memory in your life. A wonderful experience. A wonderful memory. Okay? Perhaps you went on vacation. Perhaps you got promoted. Perhaps you had your first child. Perhaps you won in a tournament. Perhaps you earned a lot of money in a business deal. Any wonderful experience. Okay? Think of one first. Do you have one? Good. Okay? Now, I'd like you to re-experience that wonderful experience again. So go back in time and really experience again that wonderful memory. And when I say experience again, really imagine it. Really see it in your eye. Really be able to be there in the moment. Make the picture bigger. Make the sound so clear. Are you doing that? And as you're doing that, notice that your feeling of the experience is starting to grow. It's starting to grow. You're starting to feel good about it, isn't it? And now that you're feeling really good about it, this is what you do. Clench your right fist. Okay? Just do that. Clench your right fist. So it's just like, you know, when maybe you're in sports, you're playing bowling and you hit a strike and you do that. Yeah. So when you do that, you're actually anchoring the positive experiences to that kinesthetic movement of clenching your right fist. Okay? Did you do that? Now, I'd like you to think of another wonderful memory. Go on. Just think of another wonderful memory. Really go back in time. Think of that wonderful memory. Are you there now? Isn't it a wonderful experience? Okay? Are you in the peak of the experience? Do that and then clench your right fist again. Okay? Good. Take a deep breath. Open your right fist. Now think of another wonderful experience. Do that now. Think about it. And then really experience it. Really see it again. Are you there now? Wow. Really experience it. Feel the wonderful thoughts, the wonderful emotions that you have. Are you there? Now, clench your right fist again. Okay? Just one more time, just to make sure, okay? So think of another wonderful memory. Do that now. Are you there? Think about it. Really be there. Maybe you went on vacation. And now, clench your right fist again. Okay, good. Okay? Take a deep breath. Now test it. Okay? I'd like you to clench your right fist. How does that feel? If you feel positive, if you feel joyful, if you feel strong as you clench your right fist, that means you have successfully anchored those positive experiences with your right fist. And we will use this when you are now learning from the past. Okay, are you ready? If you're ready, give a like to this live stream. Okay, good. Now let's do this now. Okay, so step number 3, learning from the past, and this is the step that we will do. Okay, so just follow the steps. So I'd like you to clench your left fist now. Clench your left fist. And you start to remember that negative block that you have, right? And just close your eyes. And I'd like you to imagine that you're floating back in time. You're floating back in time. You're getting younger and younger. You're just floating back in time. Okay? Floating back in time. And when you feel a memory in the past that is very intense, that is similar to the negative feeling on your left fist, then I'd like you to stop at that memory that you were reminded of. Okay? Okay, good. Do you have an event in your life now that is like painful, or is like strengthening this block that you have, or negative experience? Okay, if you're there now, open your left fist. Okay, and now clench your right fist to give you that positive resource. Okay, do that now. Clench your right fist, and now look at this past memory and imagine it to be in a movie screen or in a TV, just like the TV at my back there. There's a screen right there. So imagine the event to be as if it is on the TV, okay? And you're watching it, okay, on the TV. And as you're doing that, while clenching your right fist, and you're looking at this negative event in your life, then what I want you to do is to ask your subconscious to learn from that event. Just learn from it. Just keep learning and learning and learning and learning from that event in your life. That's right. Just keep learning. And as you'll notice as you're doing that, you're learning new stuff that you didn't learn before, okay? Before tonight, before today, okay? About that event in your life. Just keep learning and learning and discover new things that you didn't know before about that particular hurtful event in your life that is causing this abundance block that you have. Okay? Good. Now take a deep breath and open your right fist and clench your left fist again. Okay? And as you clench your left fist, imagine that you're floating back in time again. Floating back in time. Floating back in time. And as you float back in time, ask your subconscious to go to that event in your life that is like very hurtful and very represents the cause of this abundance block that you have. Okay? Do you have another memory right there? If you have another one, open your left fist, clench your right fist now, and as you clench your right fist, do the same thing. Start to learn from this event in your life. Just keep learning and learning, learning and learning, learning and learning from this event in your life. As you're watching that event as if it's on a TV screen, okay? Just like the TV behind me, okay? So, just keep learning and learning from this event in your life. That's right. Just keep learning. That's right. Okay? Did you learn something there? If you feel that you've learned something there now, just open your right fist again and clench your left fist. Okay? We'll just do this one more time just to make sure. Okay? Because on the average, people have about 3, I call hugot or shit from the past that relates to this. So, float back to the past again. Float back to the past. Okay? Float back to the past. And ask your subconscious to let you identify any more memories that is hurtful, that is like related to this block that you have. Okay, go there now. Are you there? Okay. If you have found another hurtful memory in the past, you're probably getting very young here already. Okay, which is good. Okay, because most of our programming came from age 2 to 12. Okay. Okay, go there now. Then open your left fist and close your right fist and watch that event as if on the TV screen again. And tell yourself to learn from this event in your life. Just keep learning and learning and learning and learning and learning from that event in your life, giving advice to yourself. Okay? And if you believe in God, you can also ask the Lord to help you learn at this point in time of your life too. You can use that. Okay? In fact, you can even imagine the Lord on the TV screen talking to you about it also. Okay, you can do that. Okay, but just the point is just keep learning from this past event in your life. Okay, good. Do you feel you've learned something new again from that event? Open that now. Okay, good. And then clench your left fist. Now the process here is this: you clench your left fist, then you move back to the past. Okay. And you move back to the past until you don't feel that there is any more memories that's negative, that is like that your subconscious is signaling you. Okay, so I will assume now that both of you or all of you don't have any more memories in the past that is hurting you already. Okay, so open your left fist, clench your right fist, and then now imagine yourself floating forward again, forward back to the present, okay? And you're back here in the present time, and you look back to the past, and you notice that all of the things that you've learned from the past is coming forward to the present, okay? And now you understand why you were behaving in a certain way in the past because of what you learned from the past. Isn't that amazing? Yeah? So you've learned something new today, okay? Just by simply reflecting on it like in this manner. Okay, good. Now, step number 4. Okay, we're on the last step now. Step number 4 is this: think of an event in the future where you think you can apply what you've learned in the past. Okay, so think about that event, and as you do that, just float to that future event. Float to the future event. It's like you float forward to that future event and then float down to that future event and experience that future event now. That's right. Just experience it. See it, hear it, feel it, and apply what you've learned from the past as you're clenching your right fist. Good. Now, okay, good. Did you like experiencing that future event? Float back to the present again. Now ask yourself, is there any more future event that you can apply what you've learned from the past? If there's one more, then float forward to that future event now. Just float forward. That's right. That's good. Good. And as you float forward to that future event, just experience it now. See it, hear it, feel it, and apply what you've learned from the past to that future event. Good. Do you like how you are reacting now? Good. And then float back to the present. Okay? Now, the process here is this. You just keep on thinking of future events that you would like to apply what you've learned to the past, and then you float there and then you learn it. Okay? So, if you still have, then you can do that. Right? But I will assume now that all of you don't have any more future events where you would like to apply what you've learned from the past. That's the process. It's very easy, very simple. It's like a microwave retreat that you're doing here. Okay? So let's review the steps. Step 1 is you anchor the negative experience or the block that you have. Okay, you anchor it, you feel it, you anchor it with your left fist. Okay, then you open that. Then step 2 is you anchor the positive experiences. Notice this, I anchored 4. Okay, if you want to anchor 5, then so be it. So you anchor a positive experience, another positive experience, another one, another one, another one, 4, at least 4 to 5 positive experiences, so that when you do your clenching of your right fist, you feel the positivity right there. Okay, and then step 3 is floating back to the past. Okay, so how did we do that? So we clench our left fist, we float back to the past. If there is a negative experience or memory that comes to mind, then we release our left fist, we clench our right fist, that's right. And then we learn from that past experience, that's what you're doing. Then you open your right fist, and then you clench your left fist again, you continue to float to the past, getting more additional hurtful memories related to this block. Okay, then when you're there, you just open that, you clench your right fist again, okay, and learn from that negative experience. Okay, then you open that, then you clench your left fist, keep floating back to the past. If there is no more negative experience, then you open your left fist, and then you clench your right and float forward to the present. Okay, and then while you're in the present, you look back to the past and you say that all of the things that you've learned from the past is coming forward to the present. Okay, now step 4 after learning from the past is thinking of a future event that you can apply what you've learned from the past. Then you float forward to that future event while you're clenching your right fist. Learn from that future event, then back again. Think of another future event, float to that future event, then clench your right fist also. And then now you've applied all of the steps. It's really simple, but I tell you, this is one of the most powerful NLP techniques actually. And I challenge you guys to use it, because you'll be surprised. All of those 24 abundance blocks that you may have listed, okay, will just be gone. It will be removed, and you're going to be able to move forward. And now, when the abundance block is removed, abundance flows in. Do you like that? You can have the wealth, the health, the relationships that you want in your life. This is Jojo Apollo, Asia's Revenue Breakthrough Leader, your business mentor to make your family thrive and your business thrive too.